want you guys to go support Piston Mike. Y'all go to the subscribe button. He at 480 right now. Let's get him to 1,000, 100,000, 500,000, million subscribers as soon as possible, bid. Let's help him put it down. Make sure you go over there and subscribe. If you like the Pistons, you want to support me, think about sending me a donation. Best way you can help me right now is go subscribe over to Piston Mike and go help him get his numbers up, putting in work, hard work, smart work, dedicated work, consistent work. So make sure you go over there and appreciate that work. So remember, the name is Piston Mike, and I have a link in the description. If you have a problem finding it on YouTube, it'll be under source link or Piston Mike channel link in the description. Peace.
All right, man, let's talk about Calvin Ridley. It was an interesting article I found on the internet about the Lions potentially trading one of their first-round picks for Calvin Ridley. Let's talk about it. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next to the subscribe button, it's the bell icon button. Hit on notifications, increase chance, get notifications. We go live or drop a video. So, yeah, I sent an interesting article about that. And I forgot Calvin Ridley wasn't happy with Atlanta. I don't know what happened. He left the season and left the team this season, and something wasn't right. He said some personal reasons, and who knows, right? And so it says, could the Lions have interest in trade for Calvin Ridley, right? So it makes sense. You can always draft a guy for sure, but one, he gotta want to be here. Two, you gotta give him the ball, bro. That's a big thing. 27 years old, be 28 at the end of next season. You got to give him the ball. I'm pretty sure he got a contract coming up, But it says Detroit Lions have a dire need to help at wide receiver this offseason, arguably the most pressing need on the entire team. And while the focus right now is on free agent upcoming 22 in the NFL draft, could the trade also help fill the need? That's the thought behind the potential of acquiring Falcons wide receiver Calvin Ridley. Falcons could be willing to part with really their first round pick in 2027 exchange for the right level of compensation. Here's what Matt Urban, formerly Lions Wire, wrote over at Falcon Wire about a potential fit between Ridley and Lion in Detroit. What's so funny about it? Former Lion Wire, then he go to Atlanta Wire, maybe moved down there. No team in the league needs help at wide receiver position as badly as Detroit. Jared Goff didn't have a great season, but he had very little to work with in the passing game, which I disagree with that. You had the backs out the backfield. You had Cal. You had T.J. Hockenson. These just suck, but maybe that's something. Everybody said they had no receivers. The Lions have had a great tight end, T.J. Hockenson, former Georgia star DeAndre Swift, running back, and also a good offensive line. They really need a few legit weapons on the outside to make the offense click. Really would instantly become the Lions' number one option. Perhaps he preferred Dan Campbell's temperament over Arthur Smith, so maybe something with that. So my thing is this, right? It's gonna need a few more weapons. Whatever weapons you need. You got Amon-Ra St. Brown working out the slot. You're gonna bring Josh Reynolds back. He's stretching the field. You just need a number one. You got one of the best tight ends in the league. How many more fucking weapons do he need? At this point, $30 million, bro. You need to be making $1 million if you need all that help. Jesus Christ. You know what I'm saying? You don't need a few more weapons, bro. You got it right there. You just need a number one that really will be number one instantly. Now, I don't know if he had an issue with I don't know what his issue was with Arthur Smith, or if that was the issue, or whatever the hell it was, right? I don't know. But I'm pretty sure his contract coming up too. So would you flip a first? Could you flip some assets, like DeAndre Swift over there? I mean, you could. Because remember, you got to pay Ridley, you got to pay Hockenson. I'm going to say before, they paying the tight end to come in and do nothing and not have a major impact. I don't care if you can block. So like I said, they need to make a decision on Hockenson too, bro. And DeAndre Swift. He ain't getting no healthier. You got to flip guys while they worth something. People hate when I say that, but if you're not going to use and abuse TJ Hockenson, trade him. I'm going to pay him $20, $17, $16, $15 million. And he not even getting 100 catches, or he not even cracking 1,000 yards, at least 10 touchdowns. It's pointless. Detroit draft these tight ends and they don't abuse and utilize. I don't care what you do in the blocking game. So you're going to pay Ridley, you got to pay Hockenson. It just sounds too much. Get you an average tight end and be done with it. Look at the tight ends that was in the NFC AFC this year. The championship, NFC AFC championships. Greg George Kittle's the best. And then you had Higsby, who, for the Rams, who got injured though. Then over there you had Uzama, and then you had Kelsey too. He beats, but Uzama and Higsby made it. How about that? really isn't a slam dunk sale as a wide receiver. He caught 31 passes, 281 yards, 2 TDs blind in 2021, a year where he missed 12 games due to personal reasons dealing with mental health and well-being. He's been an effective weapon, catching 26 touchdowns among his 217 targets in the first 3 seasons, while primarily serving as a second banana to All-Pro Julio Jones. But he's entering the final year of his contract, will need to learn a third offense in many off seasons with whatever team he joins. So based on the player fit, it makes sense for the Lions to pursue Woodley, but between the cost of acquiring him and the concept of Woodley being a 1 year rental, it's hard to see the forward looking Lions having a lot of interest unless there are no other strong suitors for Atlanta to choose from. So I mean, yeah, anytime you got somebody dealing with mental health issues and all that, yeah, that's why you get permission to talk to them, see if you can sign them. But then again, well, guess what? It's draft heavy at receiver, right? It's free agent heavy at receiver from Gallup to Godwin who got injuries to Mike Williams to Allen Robinson. So really, you don't have to send a lot over there at all. You got 1 more year left at 11 million. Talk to him, see where he want to get paid at and see how it work out. But at the end of the day, if you look at the NFL draft receivers, bro, like you might as well just draft a receiver. It's so much it's so much it's so much depth there, bro. And free agency too. At least in free agency, if I sign you, I lock you up for 3, 4, 5 years, 2 years, whatever it may be. Well, Calvin Ridley, he older, he got some mental health issues, and then you gotta pay him. What if he quit on the team? You pay him all that money, then he decide I'm gonna play football. You look at the draft, bro. Jameson Williams, who injured Drake London. I mean, you got Chris Olave, you got Traylon Burks, you got Jonathan Dotson, you got John Michie hurt his leg, and then you keep going down. George Pickens, a guy you can get late. That I think can come in and do good. 6'3". He just got like injured last year, so you got to pick up the litter. If you take Ridley, it's it's you got to have assurance that he gonna stick with you past next year. And then also, what y'all start losing and you can't give him the ball with Jared Goff. So like I said, I think it put more pressure on them to draft a quarterback of the future. You know what I'm saying? And see what happens. But yeah, I wouldn't be mad if they took a runner on Calvin really. I wouldn't be mad at all. He a beast. I want to rental. I wish they could sign him, but he a beast, bro. When he right, as long as his mind right, whatever going over there, right, man. Florida guy. Maybe want to head back to Florida. When he put up big numbers last year in 15 games. 2 seasons ago, 15 games, 90 catches, 1,374 yards, 9 TDs. He played next to Julio Jones for his career. But I think you find great value, younger value, cheaper value in the draft. But if you got a chance to get him and he right, it just makes too much sense. So could be going through something. Hey, investigators do background check and see what happened. Um, but yeah, I wouldn't be mad if they did. You get instant number one. But like I said, you got so many other cheaper options to choose from, man. You got other expensive options that's just expensive hitting the free agency. But you know what you get. You get a number one guy. He like to go inside, like to move around. Um, but like I said, Pickens. Depending on what the Wilson kid run, if he run really well, got a couple guys that's injured. People say, well, they'll be back next season. Like, bro, you expecting them to heal from an ACL, what, for the playoffs next year? Like, no. Like I said, Michie and Williams, they just going to get drafted off of potential. They might not be back till late next year. I wouldn't even bring them back next year. Just take the year off. Um, so, like I said before, see what Drake London do, see what Wilson run, see what a lot. But if Wilson run really well, don't be surprised if he go in the top five. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, this is the biggest outside of quarterback. This is the biggest need for the Lions. You got to continue to support Jared Goff. You can't go through what you went through last year. You got to bring Josh Reynolds back. Obviously, Amon Ra in the slot. You got to account for injuries. You got T.J. Hawkinson, which he coming up he coming up to get paid. So I mean, with that situation, you're gonna pay. If you're not going to use him like they use Travis Kelsey, get rid of him while he worth something. Don't let him walk for nothing to tackle him. Get something while he worth something. Which Detroit suck at trading players, especially the Lions and the Pistons. Get something while he worth something. DeAndre Swift, he not getting healthy. Why people think he worth something? Get something for him. Quarterbacks are a dime a dozen. Turn them into picks. Turn them into assets. Whatever it may be. Right. So yeah. I mean, like I said before, if Wilson wrong, it's so much depth, bro. Just it's hard. It's hard for me to see them taking Ridley. It's just so much depth, and it's to the point where like he's still hanging around after the draft, and um, he's still hanging around the draft, bro. And you don't have an answer. Let's say you went Michi or Williamson or the guy you drafted had an injury or whatever. Then I see that, but the talent is undeniable, bro. It's undeniable, bro. So yeah. So I mean, at the end of the day, bro. I mean, let's put the free agent list right. Hold on. Let's put the free agent list right. So where like he is, let's say he basically on the market, right? Where would he lie between Robinson, Goodwin, Adams, Fuller, Jameson Crowder, T.Y. Hilton, Juju Smith-Schuster? I mean, Emmanuel Sanders, A.J. Green, some other guys in there, right? Where like he Christian Kirk, Marquise Goodwin, Didi? What would he like really fall at? And out of the names, Gallup, not just name Marquez Valdez Scanley. Like where would he land? I would say only behind. I would say he would be only behind Devontae Adams. That's it. I love Robinson, dope, but injuries had the issue last year. Godwin really good. He more of a slot guy. So yeah. So I would say, he land right behind, Devontae Adams, big talent, because you pick him up and still draft a receiver. Absolutely. Absolutely. But let me know what you girls and guys think about potentially bringing in Calvin Ridley and what you guys think about it, man. Trading for him. I don't know what they want at first. Couple players in fourth, fifth, since he in a contract year. Let me know what you girls and guys think in the comment section. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next to the subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance for notification. We go live, drop a video. Want to financially support the channel? Cash App, $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link in the description. You can check out my main channel right here on YouTube, Goodfella TV. Check out the Trailer Lifestyle playlist for more videos like this. Comment, appreciate it.